Hi Libra, welcome to your weekly reading. I'm doing things a little different for the full moon in Gemini. I'm pulling some oracle cards before the reading, before I get into the tarot reading. That has to do with surrendering and healing for the full moon. And I'll still be doing my regular tarot pulls. So what came out for you guys? I feel so anxious. I need to take a deep breath, like I'm not breathing. The card that came out from the Heal Yourself deck is Sadness, number 5. I'll be reading this at the end of the reading. An oracle card that came out for you from the Power of Surrender deck is Surrender to Creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Surrender, Stubbornness. I think Virgo got this card too. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. And then from, what deck is this? Sacred Destiny, you got Purity. And Illumination. Okay, so Moon in Gemini is about indecision, short-term thinking, in opposition to Sagittarius Sun, which is new territory, adventure. So you could be back and forth between those two energies. Sagittarius is long-term thinking, like endgame thinking, like what's best in the long run. And Gemini is like short-term solutions to problems, short-term thinking, communication on a smaller, in the moment, and Sagittarius is more bigger picture. So you could just be going back and forth between that. Something could have you feeling really sad, and the universe is saying that if you're feeling this energy, to surrender to, do something creative. Maybe creating something and channeling your energy of sadness into creating something new. The way that these cards are all interacting with each other, I feel like, Libra, if you are in the energy of sadness and you're feeling lonely, it's telling, everything is moving away from the sadness card. So in the Surrender Creativity, she's like shining her mirror on the Stubbornness card. Like she's trying to show the woman something, and the woman in the next card for Stubborn has her head turned away from her. So it may be something that you need to see about yourself that maybe you don't see about yourself, or maybe it's being reflected back to you through another person. And it's trying to get your attention to be seen. Somebody is trying to be seen. And I think facing that, whatever this is going to bring you to that purity and the illumination. During the full moon, things are brought to the light. So there could just be things being reflected back to you that you're thinking about a lot or is on your mind. And the reason that's happening is it's trying to get your attention to see if there's anywhere in your life where you are doing the same thing. There's something here that you feel you're in the middle of making a decision, or you're not seeing something fully, like you're stuck. You're stuck in the middle of a decision, or you're not seeing things clearly. Or you've been invited to do something, but you have that 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy. You're not making any decision. You're being stubborn. And I think the reason that you're being stubborn about whatever this issue is for you is because maybe because you are feeling sadness, or somehow the sadness is linked to the stubbornness. Maybe somebody's being stubborn in your life and it's causing you sadness. But I'm also feeling like there's a situation in your life where you're doing the same thing. Like you're being stubborn with someone and it's causing them sadness. So it's like the situation is being reflected back to you in your own life of whatever you're personally feeling is happening with yourself. You're causing that same situation for someone else. I hope that's making sense. But I am feeling like you are waiting for someone to make a decision, and it's something you feel bound to, or like it has power over you, or you are wanting to have power over someone else. Hold on. Or maybe you finally came to a moment of clarity where you feel like somebody has power over you or control over you, or somehow they're like manipulating you, or you're sensing you're being manipulated, so you're kind of not making a decision about anything because you're just sensing that the time isn't right. And I think you're right, Libra. I think whatever the situation is going on, you need to be in that place of pause, because there is something that's unknown that is going to be brought to the light. And I'm feeling like whatever this is, the universe is trying to tell you to not do anything. Because there's this sense of somebody here is trying to be in control or manipulate a situation, or try to like what's the word I want to say? Assert or insert themselves into a situation that they have no business being in. So this could be like a third party energy. Like there's a situation that's going on with you personally. But there's like this outsider person who's trying to put themselves in your situation, and they don't really belong there. And I think that's causing you more anxiety and stress because you're already in the energy of feeling unsure about something. And it's like this added energy on top of that just makes you feel like it's not the right thing to do, or you're feeling like if you move in this direction, somehow you're going to lose yourself, or I don't know. This feels really confusing. It may be taking everything in you to hold back from whatever this situation is. It feels like there's two energies happening. Like the one feels really light, and then the whole situation feels really light. But then there's like this negative energy underlying whatever's happening. And there's something you're either refusing to see or deal with, and I think whatever that is, it's right. Like I'm feeling like whatever this situation is for you, Libra, or whoever this person is for you, I'm feeling like you already know that like now's not the time, don't make a move. And I think that's the right thing to do. And that's why it's saying here that like you need to surrender to creativity, because I think in the energy of creating something that makes you feel good and being in the energy of feeling good, you'll get the answer there. But I do feel like you're in that limbo phase of like, you don't know what to do, but I feel like that's how it's supposed to be right now. Like all of the answers there, but in this process of moving through these energies, you're going to get to the place where it makes sense. You know what to do. The answer is there, and then you'll make the decision, because it's just like you don't know right now. And when you don't know, you shouldn't be making any decisions. So if you have somebody who's trying to force a decision on you or force you to move in a direction that you're unsure about, because it kind of feels like, I think the stubbornness energy I'm feeling, it might not even be you. It feels like somebody is trying to like kind of push you towards something quicker than you're ready to do, or push you towards something that you're feeling like you need to kind of move away from or take a pause from to really like gather yourself and figure it out. But there's definitely an energy here of like trying to like, I'm almost like getting bullying or like bossing somebody into doing something their way, or talking you into seeing things their way. So maybe the surrender, the stubbornness card is actually for whoever this person is that you're dealing with, who's just refusing to let you be where you need to be, to let you, get there on your own time, on your own divine timing instead of theirs, because it feels like somebody is trying to take control over somebody or force somebody to do something that the other person isn't sure or 100% about yet. There's a lot of mental energy here. And it does feel like somebody has, maybe there's a fear here because you do feel like somebody has power over you, and that scares you. Or maybe you see warning signs of someone trying to, like if you've been in a mentally or emotionally, any kind of abusive relationship in the past, maybe you're kind of seeing like these warning signs of like, and it's kind of making you pause because you're like, this doesn't feel right, this doesn't seem right. And you're seeing like red flags of like, okay, this is what they're presenting to me now, but like, what's a month now look like? A month from now look like? You're like picking up on these little, it's like little things I'm getting, like little things that they say or little comments that they make or little things that they do where you're like, are they kidding? I don't think they're joking. I think they're serious. Like, but it's coming off like they're trying to make a joke, like, haha. But you can feel underneath that energy that it's not a joke. And I think you know that later on you'd find out that it's not actually funny. That's them like revealing little parts of themselves in a way that's like almost their way of trying to make it seem safer or lighter than it really is. And I feel like you feel that it's a little heavy. But there's something in your life that is trying to get your attention that has to do with creating something new. And I feel like it's not like even a relationship. It's like putting your energy into creating something new. And I feel like you already know what this is. maybe you're struggling with actually focusing on it and getting whatever this creative project is that you're being pulled towards, because you have this energy of this other energy of trying to like put themselves in what you're doing, or you'll know what I mean, Libra. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like it's like they're taking up all of your time and energy. So by the time you're done with them, you're like exhausted to actually put your energy and focus into what it is that you really want to be doing. There's something about this that feels really draining, like an energy vampire, or where when you deal with this person or this situation or whatever this is for you, Libra, that it gets you really feeling like exhausted by the end of it. Like you just are done. You're spent for the day. Like you got nothing left in you, because it feels like a very consuming energy. I think if you ask for signs from the universe about which direction you need to go in, if you're feeling confused about it, or if you're feeling confused about if you're on the right path. I feel sick to my stomach now. Like I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Excuse me. This may be like really, 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 like so, what's the word I want to use? Chaotic, that it makes you feel physically sick. Like you may actually get sick. You may dry heave. You may not be able to eat. You might not be able to keep your food down. There's something about this energy, and it's so confusing to me because a part of it feels light and happy, and I don't know if that's like a delusion or like an illusion of one of the energies in this dynamic. Like they're just so blind they can't even see like the chaos that they bring to people's lives. Because to me it seems like pull the curtain back, you know what I mean? Like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. There's something about it that feels like a little bit light, but it's like it's not real. It's like it's fake. Because it's really, really like down deep, whatever this is. I don't even know, Libra, if you've even expressed this. This might be something you're just dealing with personally, like within yourself. But whatever this is something that you need to surrender during the full moon. Whatever the situation is, that either somebody's trying to have power and control over you, or you're trying to have power and control over a situation. It could even be, like I said in the beginning, where like you're feeling like someone's trying to have power control over you, and it's asking you to look at where in your life you do that. And I feel like this was touched on last week. So this might be an energy that's still lingering around from the energy of the reading from last week, Libra. You may still be actually sitting in whatever this energy is from last week. It's not actually over yet. Or you're still in the thick, excuse me. You're still in the thick of it. I'm going to leave it there because I feel like you'll know exactly what's happening here. And I just feel like I'm all over the place. Like I'm back and forth and I don't know what to do. And I think that's why this is here. Like channel your sadness or wherever you're going through into creating something. And to me, this is something brand new. Like this is a fresh new, this is Sag energy. Like this is like towards what's your long-term happiness. And when you're in that, you're going to get the answer. But I'm feeling like when you're doing this, you really need to make a clear boundary to separate yourself from this. I feel like this new thing is very beautiful, and you need to put a boundary there to separate yourself from whatever this is, this toxic stuff that's still lingering here, man. Let me read what the card Sadness says. It's a number 5. Sadness. It's easy to swallow your sadness and hide behind a fake smile. Yet sadness can open the door to your heart and help you access compassion. When you can truly allow yourself to cry and feel sorrow over the loss of a loved one, a lost opportunity, a broken heart, or a friendship that's ended, you cleanse your soul and allow your heart to heal. Crying and feeling vulnerable can be a sign of strength, which demonstrates your connection to the body. To admit weakness can allow you to know yourself, embrace your limitations, and evolve. Be willing to let go of the cold walls of protection you have created, which make you feel empty and sick. You don't need to get lost in your emotions. Just give yourself time to feel them and let them move through your whole being, cleansing and purifying your heart, body, and soul. It says the action to take here is relax your body, place your hands on your heart, ask yourself, where am I holding on to feelings of loss, grief, and sadness? Have you frozen your tears and cut yourself off from your feelings because you're afraid to face a person or a situation? Put on some music or a song that touches you and imagine taking off the layers of protection from your heart. Then rub your hands together for 30 seconds. Place your hands next to each other's palms inward and imagine holding a bright yellow ball of light in between your palms. Place your hands on your heart and allow this yellow light to dissolve any iciness from your heart. Okay, Libra, good luck with this. I hope you guys get in a better energy of what's happening here when I see you next week. Please make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching.